Hi, I'm Chief Terry Paul.
Chief Luster Pewamatko.
Hello, Medawalotio. Nina Sama Podlodik.
My name is John Frank Tony. I'm a counselor for Eskizoni First Nation.
Hi, my name is Leroy Denny, a band counselor for Eskizoni First Nation.
Hi, I'm Chief Morley Gugu from Waigaba.
Well, I remember the original games, the summer games, and I really enjoyed them when they were at different communities. Like I remember them in Pictou Landing, I remember them in Chapel Island, in Wamatcook, Waigoma, Millbrook, Indian Brook, Eskizoni, and Membertou. And I don't think I've ever remember any that I didn't have a really good time with.
It was a real good time. We had canoeing. There was lots of canoeing and archery and running marathons and a lot of skill activity stuff.
There was a lot of activity going on besides the sports, and a lot of our cultural activities were happening, like the dancing, the waltz, the basket making, and the camaraderie of the teams and the people that would come. We're very sociable people, and it was just a really enjoyable time, as I remember.
Chapel Island, I think they were the first ones to host the summer games back in 75, 76. Myself, I played in those games. I'm a little older now. I can't play baseball now. But anyway, it was a skill, and you had the chance to bond with the other communities in Nova Scotia. All of Nova Scotia that came to the games, and it was very competitive, and it was a real good time altogether for the community.
The fact that the games are coming back, the last games that were in 1998, we haven't hosted any games in our community since then, but I think the games will certainly inspire children and youth in our communities to get prepared for the games and compete with other communities, and everybody will certainly want to be at the level, the highest level of competitive spirit that they feel will take to be successful.
Well, I remember back as a youth when we all got together in the Mi'kmaq Summer Games. It was a gathering place and was first exposure to meeting other people in other First Nation communities. And today, in our older days, a lot of those friendships and relationships are still very strong, and that's how we used to know each other. But I guess giving us an opportunity to come together, it was the games brought that unity amongst all Mi'kmaq.
Well, when I was a child, I know they were always, I always travel with my family, and when they had summer games either in Membertou. I remember when I used to go to in Shuby when I was young age. But I remember even in Chapel Island, it was like really exciting, especially the opening ceremonies when we had all the each reserve coming in, marching in, all the athletes were marching in, all the young people, and it was like boom right there. This is our generation. This is our future.
It's the Summer Games in Wamatko, 1983. Well, that's every day. But best card them come, take a moot them come, can water them come, two them come. Walk a little yabum, so go TP or pink that as a labum, so go ill does it. I will not let them have a jazz and all does it. Well, that's every day. All does it's the Summer Games. Last one, I'm not did them Cambridge, it'll yam. Well, that's it by every day. Well, that's it. We do once in the first Andrado. Could you do digging on the 5 bandle? Could you do more digging out first one? That was not one cent though. As a guy, well, I seen him in.
Even though it's a competition and it's all kinds of sports and everything, but it shows our elders, it shows our communities as Mi'kmaq people that we're healthy, we're still going, we're going to be all right.
I was really pleased and proud when I started talking about the concept with the other chiefs and councils, the good feeling that everybody remembered resonated with council members, with different people that I talked to.
To see them coming back, it means a lot to me. I have four children. They're competitive, and we'll get to bond again to compete with other nations in the Maritimes. It'll give us a chance for our children to maybe even to get off alcohol and drugs and start getting into competitive sports.
I think it's a really, really good thing to bring the games back. It's important that we decided and agreed, as the Five Unama'ki band said, we're going to bring the summer games back, and each of the communities are going to host them. So I look forward in that happening.
I think it's important of bringing back the games. Maulagudi games, Maui Dyke, and the Christmas social. Maui Dyke Christmas social. Baxi Pikuluk, Dandelotik, Megadedam Namoi. And it's good for our nation, and I think it's the most vital part is that it was our culture that we used to come again, and we used to give the opportunity for our youth to be exposed to the culture, which was the powwow ground, the Opasan games, you had the horseshoe tournaments, you had archery, canoe races, and just that amount of people visiting each community and giving that community exposure, and the extra infrastructure that was brought to the communities, which was new ball fields, horseshoe pits, cultural grounds, and so on. And I think that's going to revive during this whole process.
10 years ago, that's the last summer games we had. And I'm excited that our bands and our chiefs are committed to this. And it's wonderful, especially to this endeavor, this vehicle, whatever you want to call it. But I'm excited, and it doesn't matter who gets the bid. And main thing, our young people will be competing again, and especially it's a good practice for North American Indigenous Games, which will happen, I think, next year.
It's going to be open to all Mi'kmaq, and all other First Nations. We're just the 5 host communities. We're the only ones that can make this possible, and I'm very, very glad that we're actually putting our efforts together to make sure that games and that strong friendships and connections we've created during that time, we're going to have the opportunity for our children to get those type of relationships that we've got. So then 20, 30, 40 years time, our kids will have best friends from different communities as a result of just meeting in our summer games.
I know that there's going to be a draw, and we feel very lucky that we're going to win the first games, and we're ready, and we're going to win most all the games in the tournament, and that most all the people in Membertou are getting ready right now. They're training right now, and I know that we're going to come out on top.
I hope that Morley will come to our community and throw the opening pitch to open the games. Unfortunately, they won't be in Waikagama.
Definitely our community wants to host the games, and when we do get the chance to host the games, we'll definitely set the standard of what kind of host each other community should be. Looking forward to the opening pitch and striking out Lester, Chief Lester Peck, like I have done so many times in the past childhood days.
Well, the more the first opening pitch, look at this. He said he's going to throw the first pitch. I'm saying it in English, but he's going to throw the first pitch, and I told him I'm going to hit it over. So there's no problem there.
If Morley thinks he's going to be throwing the opening pitch in Waikagama for the games, he's wrong. He's going to be throwing in Eskasoni, and it won't be by him.
Eskasoni First Nation, largest Mi'kmaq community east of Vancouver. And we're ready, we're willing, our people, to take part in the summer games coming up. And we're going to win them all. We're going to win all the games because we can't wait, and we're going to do it. And other reserves, watch out. We're ready, we're trained, and we're willing to go.
Port Lodeg is going to compete in these games. We have very strong teams, and we're going to train all our children. And Port Lodeg is going to win in every event. We will defend any title against anybody. Port Lodeg is #1.